This is a message for anyone out there who is being bullied or teased, feels alone or disenfranchised because of their sexual orientation or perceived sexual orientation, and it's that it can and it will get better.
I know that it's gotten better for me ever since I made the decision to come out to my family and close friends. And I know that coming out may seem like daunting, a very daunting decision at this point, and it certainly is the hardest decision, the hardest thing that I've ever done in my life. But it was also the most rewarding and gratifying thing that I've ever done, certainly the most gratifying choice that I could have ever made for myself. It was very important. I remember vividly after waking up early one morning after a sleepless night and just having come to the conclusion that I could not live a lie anymore. I could not live in the shadows, and I could not hide who I was any longer. So I picked up the phone. My hands were shaking as I called my house and talked first to my father and then to my mother and told them that I was gay. And I was just amazed by the openness and the love and support that I certainly expected from my family, but was so grateful. I was just so grateful to be embraced and accepted for exactly who I was. And ever since then, it really has gotten better.
I know coming out for me was also the hardest decision I ever had to make, but it was also the best decision I ever made. I first came out to my mother one night before school, and I had been planning to tell her that day. And I guess for a few years, and I said, "Mom," she sat down on my bed, and I said, "I'm gay." And without any hesitation, she said, "Okay, even if you grow another head, I'll still love you." And I'm so proud of you, and I always have been, and I always will be. And next, I told my dad. It was a couple months after I had been dating you, and my dad had just picked me up from a bus station in Boston, and I said in the car ride home, I said, "Dad, I just blurted it out. I said, "Dad, I just came from visiting my boyfriend's family in upstate New York for the past few days, and I'm gay." And he was shocked, but, after he sort of processed it, he said, "Okay," same reaction as my mother, "Okay, I love and support you. No matter what, you're my son, and you have my unconditional love, and it's okay." And then at the end of my senior year, right before graduation, I came out on Facebook because it was just a simple way to tell everyone. And I posted it, and I had so much support and encouragement from people who I didn't even expect to get support and encouragement from. And it was really touching and really endearing. And even though I was so scared before coming out, I was sick to my stomach, my hands were shaking. I had cried a lot before because I knew there was just going to be so much that I I was so afraid for such a long time to come out and sort of accept myself for who I was and to tell everyone else that I was gay. And like I said, it was the best decision I ever made, and it really did get a lot better for me, as it will for you.
I remember at one point feeling like there was nobody that I could talk to, really doubting that I would ever be able to live openly and honestly. And I remember not so long ago there being a time when I was too afraid to express my anxieties, to really confide in anybody about what I was going through. But fortunately, I found people that I could trust and talk to. My own brother, my twin brother Matthew, who was just somebody that I could depend on, and somebody who I did eventually confide in. And for those of you out there who might be feeling as though you're living in the darkness right now, feeling as though there's nobody out there who will listen to you or who will understand you, know that there are people, so many people out there who are ready, who are prepared and ready to love and accept you for exactly who you are and to listen to you. And so you need to reach out to people who you can trust and never feel that you have to bottle up your emotions or conceal those emotions either.
And it's really important to keep perspective, because even though you may be experiencing many difficulties and a lot of pain during this time, that this pain is only temporary. And if you're straight and watching this, just imagine for a second, put yourself in our shoes of how difficult it is to come out to your family and close friends and wondering, will they love me? Will they accept me for who I am? And having to confront a world which may not always be ready to embrace you with open arms, but rather it can be very cruel and hostile. Imagine feeling that you did something wrong. Imagine being told that you don't deserve happiness because of who you are. Imagine feeling that you're alone and that you have no one to relate to. And so, if you're straight, try to be accepting of everybody and to not push anyone into coming out, and realize that being gay isn't a choice, and to let everyone come out in their own time, and when they do, to be accepting and encouraging of them.
If you are being bullied or picked on or teased because you're different, just remember, you are perfect exactly how you are, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Don't let anyone tell you that you don't have the right to live just like anybody else, openly and honestly and proudly.
There are a ton of us out there ready to embrace you with open arms, ready to love you, ready to encourage you. Life is way too short not to live your authentic self. And you have so much to offer, and so much potential, and so much you can give to this world. So, in this difficult time, you need to hang in there. You need to stay strong, and just know that it can and it will get better, and that the world wouldn't be the same without you. Thanks.
Take care of yourself.
You'll be fine, partner.
And who knows, maybe someday you'll find that special someone too.
And I know for the past 8 months, I've never been happier, and I've never felt more accepted for who I am, more loved, and I've gained a new best friend and someone who I can confide in, someone who I can trust, someone who I can tell anything without any judgment, and I know you're going to find someone special, because you deserve nothing less.